Coming up in the news, an appeal for national unity as the country celebrates 46 years of independence. One Grand Bahama community taking their expression of patriotism to another level. And residents of Abaco participating in a cultural extravaganza.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all and happy Independence Day. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news, the country is observing its 46th anniversary of independence. And all Bahamians are being encouraged to come together for the common good of the nation. Tonight, the second vice president of the Grand Bahama Christian Council is making a national appeal for unity. He says the future of the Bahamas depends on it. First Vice President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Pastor Elvis Burrows, telling Bahamians that now is the time to stand as one. He questioned, where would this nation be if the forefathers were not united in the goal of nation building? He shares 3 keys to building this nation, the first being seeking God's wisdom.
We must seek the wisdom of God. If the truth be told, we have tried and we have failed to achieve unity on our own. So it is time for us to ask God for help. We cannot do it on our own, Bahamas. Fellow Bahamians, may I suggest to us that a unified people and a unified nation is God's idea. I say this because the last words Jesus uttered in his prayer was a prayer for unity. Those of us who know the virtue of prayer and understand the power of prayer must, as a matter of urgency, unite in prayer.
He says, secondly, Bahamians must start to see others as just important as themselves.
As leaders in our beloved Bahama land, it's our responsibility to work hard for the well-being and the betterment of those whom we serve. When folks feel like we value them, we will begin to experience lasting unity in this country. No sensible human being will unite with someone whom they feel does not have their best interests at heart. Not even a pot cake dog.
Finally, Burrows says that unity will not be achieved unless a clear message is sent that the national interest must take precedence over self-interest. And for those seeking public office, whether in government, the church, or any other public post, Burrows says love of country must be paramount.
We must look in the mirror and ask ourselves, do I have the gifts? Do I have the abilities? Do I have the skills and the intestinal fortitude and mental resolve to make a difference? A man or woman who craves the national stage needs more than potential. He or she also needs skills. He or she needs education and training. But most of all, he or she needs an unselfish love for God, country, and people.
Meanwhile, one residential community in the Freeport district is celebrating this independence in their own special way. Residents say it's all about patriotism. Jamila Mizik reports.
Flags, wreaths, and bows of black, gold, and aquamarine adorning homes in Coral Reef Estates. The community coming together to decorate, all in the spirit of independence. President of the Grand Bahama National Neighborhood Watch, Patrick Ferguson, says it's an initiative to try to sensitize the community on national pride this 46th year of independence.
We just would like everyone to become patriotic. Fly the flag, dress your house in your colors, and, be proud to be a Bahamian. Also to be proud of where you live, your surroundings, and especially your residents.
He's encouraging all other communities in Grand Bahama to get involved.
We need to show people that we are serious on being a Bahamian and what's all about in being a Bahamian. We talk about independence. Independence, you need to feel the people. We need to feel the people. We have these different events, but we still need to feel the people. The people need to get on the streets and dress in their colors and get the gombe drums out and let's have junkanu and, get some participation of the citizens and the residents here on Grand Bahama.
Officer in charge of the National Neighborhood Watch Council, Superintendent Sherry Armley, commending the community initiative, says it's a way to unify residents in each community.
We want to show Bahamians that if you show pride in what you do, we are Bahamians, you show pride in what you do, we can become a powerful nation.
Ferguson says on Friday, July 12th, beginning at 6 p.m., the community will have a celebration on the park in Coral Reef Estates. Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Some homeowners have gone all out to decorate this year, and managers of a popular craft and fabric store say they have seen an upswing in support this independence. Assistant store manager Diana Brannon says even though Home Fabrics is a relatively new company on Grand Bahama, business this independence season has been impressive.
For a new company in Grand Bahama, we have done extremely well. If you actually take a look at our independent section, you will see that most of our t-shirts are sold out. We have done exceptionally well with our bows, and also we have done exceptionally well with our independence paraphernalia, meaning like our buttons, our watches, all of the other little minor independence items. We have a showcase right back here with all of the items that were displayed, and if you can take a look at that closely, most of them are actually sold out. I honestly believe that because we're a new company and we have such a big selection of the independents, I think the Bahamian people came out and actually contributed and made their purchases with us. They showed their patriotism in the Bahamas, which is what we're all about.
Over in Abaco, residents were treated to a grand display of Bahamian culture last night as the island paused to celebrate independence. Jamila Mizik was there.
The islands of Abaco bringing in the country's 46th independence with a cultural extravaganza and flag-raising ceremony at the BAIC Park in Marsh Harbor. It was a night full of non-stop entertainment, from liturgical dancing to poem recitations, singing and drill performances, displaying some of Abaco's finest talent. Master and Mistress of Ceremony, Bahamas Junior Minister of Tourism Donardo MacDonald, and Miss Team Bahamas Fanea Nicholson say they're pleased to be a part of the island's 46th independence celebrations.
I felt amazing. It's an honor to be able to host it because I'm a representative not only of the Bahamas but of Abaco, so I feel amazing. And it's also the independence celebration of the Bahamas, 46 years, so I'm very grateful to be here.
I am honored to be able to host it, to be able to serve my country in such a way. It's definitely an achievement I remember for my entire life.
These residents say they're proud to be from the island of Abaco and even more proud to be Bahamian.
Abaco is the best island in the Bahamas. The historical sites, the blue hole, the waters, down to the people. It's an amazing place to be. I'm very proud to be a Bahamian, 100%.
We've come a long way from being under British rule to now being able to rule ourselves and do it for this long. I feel like we should be very proud of ourselves.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian because it's better in the Bahamas. People are loving the Bahamas. A lot of people come here to live because it's better in the Bahamas, like I say, so we've come pretty far.
A few minutes before the clock struck 12, Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, James Albury, conducting an inspection of the armed forces. The Bahamas birthday cake was cut, ending the night with a bang with fireworks and a John Canoe rush out. Reporting for ZNS Network News from Marsh Harbor, Abaco, I'm Jamila Mizik. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
And now we continue our series on Independence Reflections 46 years later. Tonight, residents of Grand Bahama are giving their views on the nation's progress over the years. Here is Italia Hall.
I am a Bahamian.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian because that's who I am and that's who I will always be.
As the Bahamas celebrates 46 years of independence, residents say during the last 46 years, despite the many challenges, the country has grown in many ways. President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Greg LaRota, reflected on a moment in history he says he will never forget.
The Defense Force was something that came after independence, and as a high school student, I always wanted to join the Defense Force because, again, I said now we have our own military, so to speak, that can help to defend our shores.
These persons say Independence Day means a lot to them for several reasons.
It's good that we reached this far, and we went through a long way.
I born the year 73 when independence came in the Bahamas. And at the age now, I'm turning 46 with Independence Day. That's why I celebrate independence every time. So I enjoying it because I am an independent baby.
46 years means a whole lot to me. I gave birth to my twins in 1973, independence, so it's a very special 46 years for me.
Proud to be a Bahamian because I born here in the Bahamas, I grew up in the Bahamas, I eat everything Bahamian, and I love everything Bahamian. And I think the culture is great, I love it, and that's what makes us Bahamian.
And as it relates to the future of the country, this is what these residents say they would like to see going forward.
Possibly more jobs and stuff. You know, the economy is sluggish, but hey, give God thanks in all things.
I'd like to see us get to a point where we can compete more on the international scene. We have a lot of Bahamians that they go away, they get educated, but they say it's nothing to come back home to, so they go and develop other countries. I'd like to see a time where more Bahamians can be home, helping to develop our economy here in the Bahamas.
Mindset of the Bahamian people, because it's the way we treat each other, you know what I mean? And that gotta change. But in order for that to change, I gotta start with the mind, you know what I mean? And so once we get the mind on the right path and thinking more as one, and then the actions can just follow the mind. So once that mindset as one, the actions can follow, then you'll see more peace, more love, more joy, more happiness exemplified in the whole of the Bahamas. And that's what we're looking for oneness, man. But we can't have that.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Don't go away, there's more news right after this break.